let's see one more video on the anomalous behavior of water. So this will become more clearer to you.
We will try to understand what is meant by anomalous behavior of We will try to understand what is meant by anomalous behavior of water. Behavior is conduct. Does water behave differently than other matters? Let us see an example here. In school, for the national anthem, students are supposed to be standing in proper rows, in attention position. If students are standing this way, it is their logical or correct behavior. But sometimes some students may stand in easy position or out of the row. This behavior is anomalous, different from others. If we heat water or if we cool it, it behaves different from other matters. This is known as anomalous behavior of water. A scientist named Thomas Charles Hope studied the anomalous behavior of water. Thomas Hope was a professor of chemistry in Edinburgh from 1766 to 1844. He made an equipment known as Hope's apparatus. He studied the anomalous behavior of water. Any matter expands when heated. Mass of the matter remains constant, but its volume increases. Its density reduces. D is equal to m by v. If we go on cooling the matter, it contracts, which means its mass remains the same, but volume reduces. As a result, density of the matter increases. Water is an exception to this rule. If we cool water, it reduces this till the temperature reaches 4 degrees centigrade and its density increases. If the temperature is reduced below 4 degrees centigrade, it expands instead of reducing. Its density reduces. At 0 degrees centigrade, water gets converted into ice. The density of ice is lower and so it floats on water. This behavior of water is different from the rule. Therefore, it is known as the anomalous behavior of water. Let us try this experiment. We require 2 thermometers and the Hope apparatus. There is an open cylinder at the center and another smaller cylinder fixed inside it. Thermometers are fixed at the top and bottom each. We put a mixture of ice and salt in the outer cylinder. Pour water in the inner cylinder. If we observe after some time, temperature of the lower part keeps reducing till 4 degrees centigrade. Then the temperature of the upper part reduces to 4 degrees centigrade. But due to maximum density in the bottom part, the temperature here does not reduce more than 4 degrees centigrade. Temperature in the upper part reduces rapidly from 4 degree to 0 degree centigrade. When temperature becomes 0 degree centigrade, the surface becomes ice. Water remains liquid at 4 degrees centigrade under the ice.
So dear students, having learned about the anomalous behavior of water, we will now see the effects of the anomalous behavior of water as we can see in nature or in our surroundings in our day-to-day life. So in regions with cold climate, we see the following effects in nature because of the anomalous behavior of water. So the very important, the most important effect what we see is this. During winter, in cold country, very cold country, where the climate becomes very cold in the winter season, the ponds and lakes don't become completely frozen when the temperature of the surroundings drop below 4 degree Celsius. Okay, the whole lake or the whole pond does not become frozen. Okay, only the water at the surface of the pond and the lake get frozen to ice, but the temperature of the water below this icy surface or below the surface where ice is formed, the water below the ice remains at 4 degree Celsius. Only the top layer, the top surface of the pond and the lake becomes ice, and below that all the temperature of the water below it in the whole lake or the pond, whatever we call it, remains at 4 degrees Celsius. As a result of this, the aquatic plants and animals can survive even when the temperature, atmospheric temperature goes below 0 degree Celsius. So that's why I said no. I don't know. I told you, God has blessed water with this anomalous behavior so that the aquatic life can survive in very cold climate or at cold temperatures. Imagine if God were not to bless water with this anomalous behavior, the whole lake would have got frozen, and all the fishes and whatever animals, aquatic animals and plants would have got frozen to death. So, thanks to the anomalous behavior of water, aquatic plants and animals can survive even in cold climate, or what you call in cold, when the temperature goes below, we get drops below 4 degree Celsius, or below, especially below 0 degree Celsius. Now let's see some other effects. Sometimes the pipes supplying water burst during winter. So during winter, sometimes the pipes which are supplying water in cold countries, they burst. Why? Again the same concept. Because the water which is there inside the pipes, okay, they expand when it water goes, the temperature water falls below 4 degree. When the surrounding air temperature goes below 4 degree, the water in the pipes also the temperature goes below 4 degree. So below 4 degree, we have learned water, instead of contracting, it starts expanding. And because of the expansion, lot of pressure is exerted on the walls of the pipes, and as a result of that, these water pipes sometimes they burst during winter. They just crack or they burst during winter. Let's see the next effect. Even rocks they crack during winter. Rocks, big rocks, they crack. How do they crack? How do they crack? Now there are crevices. You have learned, no, the rocks have got some fissures, or what you call cracks in them, or the crevices are there, no, small holes, or no, darar बोलता है ना, एक दरार गिरता है. So there are this, and what happens, the water enters these crevices or these cracks. And during when the temperature becomes very cold or goes below 4 degrees Celsius, what happens? This water which is there inside the crack, which has gone inside the crack, it starts expanding, because below 4 degree we learned water behaves very abnormally. So instead of contracting, it will start expanding. So as a result of the expansion, lot of pressure is put on the inside wall of the rock, where the of those crevices. As a result, the rocks they crack open during the winter. And this also helps in the formation of soil. You know, we heard how is soil formed when the rocks they break, and one of the reasons for the breaking of rocks into soil is this anomalous behavior of water. Okay, that helps in the weathering of rocks, or what you call the formation of soil. Now let's see a video to understand this better.
Use your brain power. How will you explain following statements with the help of the anomalous behavior of water? 1. In regions with cold climate, the aquatic plants and animals can survive even. Use your brain power. How will you explain following statements with the help of the anomalous behavior of water? 1. In regions with cold climate, the aquatic plants and animals can survive even when the atmospheric temperature goes below 0 degrees Celsius. Explanation. Two, In cold regions, in winter, the pipes of water supply break and even rocks crack. Ex-
So I hope, dear students, it's all clear up till now here as to why water behaves abnormally. And we saw because of the abnormal behavior, especially aquatic life survives. That is a positive side of it. Aquatic life survives in cold countries or in cold climates thanks to the anomalous behavior of water. But there are also some negative effects of this anomalous behavior of water. That is, we saw that the water pipes, they sometimes burst during the winter season because the anomalous behavior of water. This causes lot of what do you call, loss of money, in the sense new pipes have to be installed in or laid down, and the people have to suffer sometimes. They have to go without water supply for a few hours or a few days till the new pipes are put in. And one more and this is a negative effect. The positive effect is that aquatic life can survive in cold climates thanks to the anomaly period. And one more positive effect we saw, that the big rocks, they crack and they break down into smaller pieces, or they break down into fine particles, or what we call soil, and this helps in the formation of soil, which is very important for the growth of plants.